Right then, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hello.
So thanks for joining us on this Thursday Boxing Day night. We thought, shall we do it or not? But we had a chat with all our patrons and members. They said, yes, do it. So we thought, why not? Because I'm sure everyone's had stuff full of turkey and is just in front of the telly and wondering what to do next.
We haven't had any turkey at all.
We have. No, we didn't. We had a big...
we had a big cock.
We did.
Yeah. We had a big old cock.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
So, how to start a live, isn't it?
Oh, we did have a big cock.
We did, and it was delicious.
Big old cock-a-doodle-doo. It was delish.
So we're not expecting many people to join us today, but already we can see we've got about nearly 70 people. So thank you so much for taking the time out of Christmas to join us. And it's lovely seeing lots of the regulars in the comments too. So please, if you've got any questions about us or about cruise, about travel, about Christmas, let us know who got what off Santa this year. Did you get what you wanted?
No,
did you get a cruise?
We're having a sweepstake amongst ourselves. And me and Carole have both written down a figure of how many people we think is going to watch the live.
Yeah.
And the loser has to do the washing up for the next 10 years.
I do the washing up all the time anyway. Mostly.
The loser has to do the washing up and all the cooking for the next 10 years.
10 years, that's a long time.
No, it's not. I'm only joking.
Anyway.
The loser has to give the winner a big kiss.
Well, we can do that. Right. So let's have a look who's here. So Sean's here. Sean was first today. Looking forward to the live today with a beer in hand. So that's lovely to hear you, Sean. And Sean's also said, if you've got a question, please start with a question. Yes, as you know, if you joined our lives before, the comments can go a little bit mad, and it helps us just to pick out the questions if you've got them. So as I said, just please do ask us anything, and we just say cheers to everyone.
Yeah,
cheers all.
Oh, that was a nice.
It was a nice. I've got crystal glass. My friend gave me, Tina, and we've been with the Limericks, which we'll talk about a bit more about our Christmas day, and drinking a bit of crystal there. Things do taste better out of crystal, Paulie. Just saying.
Just saying, and that's having a drink on a cruise ship out of a plastic glass because you're outside.
Oh, that's one of our pet hates, isn't it?
We're adults.
One of our pet hates.
We're adults. Please treat us like adults.
Exactly that. So first question here is from Maxie saying, question, sailing Cunard, Queen Anne to Hamburg on 5th of January. How rough is the North Sea? I know it is unpredictable. Is one packet of seasickness tablets going to be enough? Hope you both had a lovely Christmas.
How many tablets are in that packet? And
how many days are you cruising?
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot to be answered. The North Sea can be very unforgiving.
It can.
So if you are prevalent to a bit of seasickness, prevention is definitely better than cure.
If you're just going to Hamburg, I guess you're on a short cruise potentially, unless you're going on elsewhere. So just make sure you've got enough tablets in your packet to cover every day going back, and the day before start taking them, or of the morning of your cruise, so that you're just starting to get things in your system. But sometimes the North Sea can be kind, but it's December, isn't it? So I can't see that it will be. We've had quite mild weather, to be fair, haven't we, in the UK? It's not been crazy. It's not been a white Christmas. It's been a typical dull grey Christmas, hasn't it, Paulie? So
dreary.
So yes, just make sure you do. I always just take extra, because there's always people around as well. You get talking to people, I'm going to seasickness. Also keep in mind that a lot of the cruise companies are very, very helpful. And if you go to guest relations, they will give out free seasickness tablets. Sometimes, not all the time. But obviously you've got the medical centre on every ship. You've got a hospital that will sell you them too. But my first place would be, if you do forget them, go to guest services and see if they're giving them out. So, but we've had them quite a few on different ships, haven't we? So, yeah. So Anne and Mike are here, and they're from Barry Island. Oh, my gosh. Did anyone watch Gavin and Stacey last night?
I just have to stop you there. What was
Barry Island?
Oh, just don't.
That's my Welsh accent.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's just terrible.
Anne and Mike
I just want to apologise to everybody for that effort.
Well, I'm not apologising. I thought it was quite good. So, Barry Island. So Barry Island is where obviously Gavin and Stacey part of it was filmed, and not far from Cardiff Airport, because Anna and Mike, our patrons, are off on a Marella cruise tomorrow. So have a fantastic time, guys. They went down to Nessa's Slots today and said they were chatting on Discord saying they felt sorry for the people working in the arcade because so many people after that episode yesterday were in there taking photos that the staff were a little bit embarrassed about it all. But it's great. Barry Island to me making me go goosebumpy now because it's got fond memories of we used to go there as kids because I grew up right on the border of Wales. That's probably why I do a Welsh accent so well. So my dad and mum used to take us to Barry Island. We used to always have boiled eggs on the beach, and I've got special memories there. And we were there not long ago, didn't we? We went with our friends Claire and David for do little campers because they're big Gavin and Stacey fans, and they'd never been. So, but yeah, so we watched the episode last night, which was absolutely brilliant. Not going to put any spoilers on here, so if you haven't watched it yet, but it was a perfect end to a fantastic series, wasn't it?
If you saw it, tell us what you thought. And just to let you know, I've already won the sweepstake, by the way.
Why?
Because I was the closest, regardless what happens now.
Okay. We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see? I won. There's no way.
Well, okay, so 128 people now. I didn't think we'd get more than 100 today because of being Boxing Day. So what did you say?
I said 150.
So keep going, people. Come on in. They can't hear that, can they, if they're not watching? Anyway. So have a fantastic cruise, Anne and Mike, and we'll see you in London for the meetup. So looking forward to that. So Andy and Carla are here. Even though I hope you all have a lovely Christmas, I'll join Sean with a glass of wine. Yes, cheers. Cheers all.
Cheers all. No wine for me.
No, that's just gold. Gillian's here. Happy Boxing Day. Kevin's here. So that's lovely. Kevin's having Baileys and coffee. Yes, do let us know what your Christmas drink of choice is. Yesterday, our friends, I'll put a picture up of our lovely friends that we spent our day with yesterday. We just literally got back an hour before. So we've got to leave now because we've got to do our live. But this is our lovely friends, the Limbricks. And we just had such a great Christmas, haven't we? We're catching up with the Morgans. We've got a big weekend of Morgan Christmas Day, haven't we, on Saturday?
Yes.
So
Christmas Day on Saturday.
Yes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do,
Yeah. So this was the lovely people that we had the pleasure of spending Christmas with. And we had some fantastic drinks and port and lemonade that Kate had made all these lovely glasses and her daughter Evie. And we had port in these baubles that we had to pour in that had edible glitter. It was amazing, wasn't it? I'm going to put a little reel together on that. So if you don't follow us on Facebook or Instagram yet, I'm hoping to do that tonight and in the morning when I get a chance, just to do a little bit of social media because we haven't done any. It's been quite nice, actually, haven't we? We've totally switched off. The downside of that, while we've got our banners up, is that I haven't got very far with editing the video for the Royal Clipper series. So if you want to watch one of our videos, episode 3 is out now. So maybe make sure you go and see that. I'm hoping tomorrow to do some work on episode 4 and have it out by 6 o'clock, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It might only be 38 seconds long.
Yeah.
But...
No, I've done about 55%. Well, so we'll see. But anyway, if not, we'll miss a week. It's not the end of the world, is it? Hopefully you'll be patient with us and we'll be back on form in January. So let's see. So that's Kevin having his Baileys and coffee. I wonder if you've got a nice white Christmas. I bet, Kevin, let us know because I'm jealous of that. Because I know Kevin Ben is in New York, which I'm sure is here because he sent a message saying that he was just having a pint of Guinness, was having a nice white Christmas in New York. I can't remember a white Christmas. Can you, Paulie, here?
What, just like the ones we used to know?
Yes.
If you click on the next one, I can answer it.
What, Nick and Tracy? Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy Boxing Day.
No, that one down there. Question.
Oh, you've been reading the questions ahead of me, Paulie.
Well, somebody's got it, right?
Nick's having have a fabulous Christmas. We did, and now looking forward to the London meetup.
Still not that one.
Oh, okay.
Keep going. Down there.
So Nick and Trace again. It looks like we might need a taxi back from Cardiff Airport to Mum's. Do you think it would be better to use a local firm or company in Cardiff? Do you have any local recommendations?
Right, my local recommendation is called Andy Cars, and that's 01452 523. No, you just talked over it now. 01452 523 000.
That's the local company that we tend to use. However, we've just come back from our friends who only live, a mile away? Probably, is it that long? And normally that would cost us in the taxi about 10 to 12 pounds on a sort of bank holiday Sunday, and we just got an Uber, and it cost us £6.90. So look at Ubers as well, Nick. I don't know if you're familiar with Uber or got the Uber app. So that's a good. Then maybe Anna Mike might be able to give you an example of someone in Cardiff, because I don't know about that.
And I didn't even know there was such a thing as a bank holiday Sunday.
There is.
Well, there is now, because you just said there was.
But also Cardiff, I guess, no, the train doesn't go. You can get it from Barry Island, can't you? But not straight from the airport.
No.
So if you can get to Barry Island, you can get a train that goes straight to Cardiff that goes straight to Gloucester.
So get a taxi from the airport to Barry Island.
Yeah. Well,
Nick,
Barry Island's not only around the corner.
Nick, please don't listen to her.
She's
talking gibberish.
I'm not. Peter's here from Australia. Lovely. So let's have a look. Mandy's here also. So lovely to see you, Mandy. Happy Boxing Day, everyone. Hope you've had a fantastic time so far. Cheers for myself and Phil. We have. Thank you very, very much. Hey up, everyone. Hope you had a good Christmas. So thank you, Catherine. Let's have a look. Greetings from Mexico. Frank and Jenna in the house. Looking forward to the live chat. I better get my cocktail ready.
Ooh.
So this is all before, look, even before 7 o'clock.
I know.
So let's have a look. Yes, Kevin B is here. Yo, 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 Merry Christmas. So Kevin B is asking, besides a day off, what is Boxing Day? That's a very good question.
Let me get you
Have
a
a think
technical.
of that.
It's always been called Boxing Day.
Is it because you box things up
there's an
and
urban
they're
myth.
in presents?
Yeah, there's an urban. Yeah, but you do that before the day, don't you?
That's a good question, isn't it? We've always called it Boxing Day. We have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day.
It is always been called. Some believe that Boxing Day began with churches collecting alms boxes of parishioners' donated money. The church would give these boxes of donations to the poor the day after Christmas, and the name is stuck.
Okay, well, there we go then. Well, if that's correct. But it does seem like that, wasn't it?
And then Boxing Day, it says mid-19th century, from the custom of giving tradespeople a Christmas box on this day.
So there you go.
So,
because I guess you don't call it Boxing Day in the United States. Do you call it any day, or what do you call it, just the day after Christmas?
Yeah.
Don't know.
And there's another one that says it comes from the 18th and 19th century, when workers would typically receive a Christmas box, usually containing money or other small gifts from their employer. Thus, the day became known as Boxing Day. There we are. So hopefully that's answered your question. Kevin's asking, what is your favourite Christmas meal item? Roast potatoes. Oh. What more than the done in goose fat? What more than the meat? Oh, I do like a bit of cockerel. Cockerel. I've never had cockerel before. It was delicious. It was lovely. It was absolutely delicious. We had cockerel, and we also had a beef, and we had some lovely ham. We've been fed and watered very, very well, haven't we? So we want to say a big thank you to Deb and Steve, because we've had the most special time, and it's been just lovely. But yeah, I do love a Yorkshire pudding, and I do like stuffing. Don't know. It's going downhill, or it's only 13 minutes in, isn't it? This is like a carry-on film. So what's your favourite part of the meal? I do love roast potatoes. Gravy. I could drink gravy. I love cauliflower cheese as well. Deb made a good cauliflower cheese, actually. Delicious. We also made, well, we didn't. Deb and Steve made, well, Paul helped sort of fold it all in a big Christmas pudding. We made a Christmas pudding. And that was, we had some of that today, and that was delicious. It was fabulous. We set fire to it and everything. Nearly got the kitchen on fire, but it was all good. Oh, dear. So, yes. So lots of favourites. Ken Goes Cruising's here. Feliz Navidad. When we were on our cruise on Queen Victoria with Ken and Lindsay, we had a fantastic time. And Ken and I were singing throughout the whole 10 days or 11 days. It was. And I'll tell you, I never tired of it once. I love that song. Anyway, so nice to see you guys here. In fact, they sent us a video, didn't they? Of us both singing it. So that's of them singing it, rather.
So Barbara's here. So hi from Melbourne. Finally made it to a live. Sorry I missed the 100th celebration. How are you all? We're very good, Barbara. And thank you so much for joining us in Melbourne. We've learned how to say that now, haven't we, Paulie? Melbourne. Tina's here. Evening, everybody. Hope you all had a great Christmas. We have. So let's have a look. Becky's here from Southern California. We're heading there next October, aren't we, California? So we can't wait to explore that part of the States.
I don't know where Southern California is, honey.
Well, San Diego.
That's southern.
That's south, yes. That's part of south, but it's long, isn't it? Long and thin California.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of a road trip planned. Very exciting. We've got an exciting year of America next year, later on in the year, haven't we?
We have.
So we're looking forward to that. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
Is that the Okie Kokie?
Kathy's here, so lovely to see Chatty Kathy. We'll be catching up soon at the London meetup.
Yes.
So lovely to see you here.
Oh, talking about the
I was going to make Kathy actually. I'll do that afterwards. She wants to be part of the Spanner gang.
Talking about the Okie Kokie, the bloke who wrote it died. Did you know
that? I'm not.
Yeah, he died. Everything was going well at the funeral until they tried putting him in the coffin. Apparently, they put his left leg in.
Paulie Morgan.
I don't know what the Okie Kokie is called.
Maybe the people aren't familiar with the song called, because it's, I guess, is it a UK song?
Called, you put your left leg in, your left leg out, in, out,
shake it all about. You do the Okie Kokie and you spin around. That's what it's all about. Oi, the Okie Kokie.
That's enough now, man.
I know.
That was enough.
But that's so. Let us know. Do you know that song in Australia, in America? Because it's you don't hear it so much now, do you really?
No.
Which is a good job, I suppose. Oh dear.
I can't imagine after your rendition it's going to make a comeback.
No, I doubt it. So Nick and Tracy are just asking, have you ever had a Christmas meal at a pub restaurant, or do you prefer a home cooked meal? Have we ever been out for Christmas meal? We've only been on a cruise and had them.
On a cruise once. I don't remember.
Going at home.
Ever. I mean, obviously, I've been to other people's houses, but I can't remember ever paying to go to like a pub or a restaurant for Christmas Day.
I think the beauty of the Christmas that we've just had, and many that we've had, is when you're in your house or someone else's house, sometimes when you're full of turkey or whatever it is, and you just want to put your pajamas on and just sort of chill out and watch a bit of telly, but then play some silly games, which we did. Oh my God, last night we did the ping pong game, didn't we, with all the prizes. And then
let me just clarify what the ping pong game is. What Carole's on about is it's like beer pong, where you have to bounce a ping.
Not like
you saying when we played
in Bangkok.
Yeah, when you say we played the ping pong game, like that's another game altogether.
Yes, it is. That's very true. But then there was a game, because what was it called? Monkeying around?
I don't know what it was called, but you basically had an inflatable monkey tail, like a big, shape like that, and you had a belt, and you had to put the monkey tail on, and then you had to spin a spinner, and it would tell you what coloured. You had these like hoops that you put on the floor, and it tell you what colour you have to pick up.
Yeah.
And that's when we realised, that's when myself and Carole and Deb and Steve were all sort of the same vintage. That's when we all realised that we're very old, because we had one go each and we had to have a lie down.
Yes. It was hard work, wasn't it?
It was.
Deb was just so funny, wasn't it? She was holding on to the cooker,
She nearly pulled the cooker off the wall.
Oh, dear. So that's why we prefer to go to friends or be at home for Christmas, because you can be a little bit silly, can't you, and play these games. If you start to do that in the middle of a restaurant, I think it would be frowned upon.
And I find that farting is a lot less frowned upon when you're around somebody else's house than if you're in a 5-star restaurant.
True. Right, let's have a look. So Sean is asking, flying into Bristol Airport, how easy is it to get on the edge at the train station, travelling into Cardiff? Well, the airport's quite a way out from Bristol, isn't it?
Yeah.
And from Cardiff's it's in a different country. Well, it is. It's across the Severn Bridge, isn't it? It's across the new bridge. Well, 2 bridges, isn't there now?
What you need to do is have a word with Nick and Tracy and see if you can share their taxi.
Exactly. So, Bristol is quite a way. It's in sort of by Clifton, by the Clifton.
I'm just trying to think of the logistics for that, because that's quite.
Yeah. I think you'd have to get a bus, because there's not even a train station close to the airport, is there? Bristol Airport. It's a little bit out of the way. We'll do some research, Sean, and we'll let you know. So let's have a look at what other questions we've got. So Tina's asking people if they're on the group cruise. Yeah, we've got our first group cruise in May on Sky Princess. So we're really, really looking forward to that. It's coming around now, isn't it? We first booked that, nearly 2 years ago. So in how many months' time? January, February, March, April, May. 5 months. We'll all be together having a great time on the Sky Princess going to Scandinavia.
So it's the quickest and most convenient way to travel. It takes 20 minutes from the airport to the city centre, and it costs about £30.
And that's by
it's called
coach?
No, airport taxi.
Okay.
Quickest and most convenient, but 30 quid.
Yeah, it's quite a way. So let's have a look. So you've got any questions for us? Just pop them in the comments so we see if we can pop them out. Keith's here. Good evening, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas. We have. I guess you're traveling back because you said you might not be able to make it. So you might be listening to this and maybe or watching it on your phone in the car. So Tina's saying, Tina's coming on our group cruise. So is Ken and Lindsay. Yes, looking forward to it. Is it too soon to be getting excited? No, we're really, really excited about it. So let's have a look. Jill and Sandra here, so lovely to see you. And Alfie's here, lovely Alfie, who we had a splendid time with on Queen Victoria.
And what a day Alfie has had watching football, which is more going to be said for me. But I must admit, Alfie's result did cheer me up a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe I need to start supporting Fulham.
Maybe you do, yeah.
No, because as soon as I start supporting Fulham, they'll start losing.
Well, yeah, so Alfie doesn't need that.
I don't want to wish that on anybody.
So Lorna's here as well. And Sarah's just saying, hi, everyone. Nice to be able to join. Yes, thank you so much for joining. We've got 152 people, Paulie, which is good for Boxing Day, isn't it? So thank you so much.
Well, we say it's good for Boxing Day. We've never done one on a Boxing Day before, so...
No, we haven't. But I just didn't think we would get many people here at all.
No.
So Angela H is here. So lovely to see you, Angela. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas day. We did, thank you. Comes and goes so quick, doesn't it, really? Yes. Lots of people saying hello to each other. Where's a question?
Well,
Nick's just saying, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, if you enjoy our lives, please do comment and like, because that's really, really helpful. Ken's saying...
capon, which I think is what a cock is called. A male chicken cockerel is a capon.
Oh, well, it was very tasty, wasn't it? Very tasty capon.
But for comedy value, Ken, it wouldn't have been nowhere near as funny if we'd have said we loved the taste of our capon, would it, really?
No, not at all. Warren's here, got the notice and made the live, so thank you so much, Warren. And Reese is here, Reese and Catherine, so thank you so much. Have you ever seen fireworks from a cruise ship on New Year's Eve, and was it worth it? Yes.
We saw fireworks. I suppose it doesn't get much better than this. Even though the view wasn't as good as we'd hoped, we were actually in Sydney for New Year's Eve on the cruise ship. So we saw almost the full firework display, apart from, in true German fashion, we had an unparalleled view of the bridge where the fireworks are. And then, what they called? Ada parked a
big cruise ship,
700-foot tall cruise ship right in the way.
Yeah.
But luckily the fireworks went up and there was others around the periphery of Sydney. So yes, it was spectacular.
As Paul said, we were the other side. We actually sailed under the harbour bridge. So we're the other side in White Bay. Because
they won't allow any cruise ships in the main harbour
on New Year's Eve.
So where the actual cruise terminal is, they won't allow any ships.
Yeah, we were there for 3 days, which was amazing. We love Sydney and hoping to get back out at some point. Yeah. So because of the view behind the harbour bridge, you couldn't see the Opera House. So it was a little bit disappointing when we knew we were going to Sydney for New Year. We didn't think about it. So if you're planning to be in Sydney for New Year, you will be docked at White Bay, as we've said before. So check out our Azamara vlogs. And we've got a day all about Christmas and stuff on there. But we were so glad. We had the opportunity to actually go into Sydney. and we decided not to because it was so crazy and busy.
Yeah.
And as we're getting older, we can't be doing with fighting with the crowds. So we didn't go in, and we took the gamble and stay on the ship. But the atmosphere on board was amazing. We had a great night, didn't we? And we had a great view of the fireworks. But if you wanted to see Sydney Opera House and all that side, you couldn't see that. So yes, I know Madeira, one thing that's more accessible from the UK, if you're looking for a cruise over New Year, then Madeira is where to be. And Anne and Mike are going on Morella. And they get about 6 ships that actually just anchor. So they tender people in, but they do a spectacular fireworks display in Funchal in Madeira. So for those in the UK, if you're looking not to go so further afield, then that's a great option too.
And they make nice cake there.
They do make nice cake there. So Claire's here. So let's see Claire. And Andy and Carole say they haven't had turkey. They've had beef Wellington on Christmas Day and a rack of lamb today. Lovely.
Can I ask a stupid question then?
Go on then.
To you, because obviously it's rhetorical. Is Madeira cake from Madeira?
I presume so.
You know, are Brazil nuts from Brazil?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Let us know in the comments. So Tony's here saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, driving down Southampton tomorrow to join Iona on Saturday. Oh, have a fantastic time. Kathy's saying, need some new luggage, hardware and not too heavy. Gary recommends Level 8, but ouch, it's pricey. Yes, Level 8 is a company that's reached out to a lot of bloggers, including us. And we didn't accept their offer, which was stupid, really. We should have.
Well, we should
because
have,
they were offering bloggers Level 8 luggage for as long as we promoted it. And really, the way we go through suitcases, we should have took them up on their offer.
We just got so tired of everybody
flogging Level 8
and their mums. Oh, look at my Level 8 luggage. I've been around the world. I've done this. I've done that. And I thought, and it was literally every other.
But I've heard they're very good.
Yes,
because
very good.
I was talking to the Cruising Canucks because they've got some, and some other bloggers that we've talked to, and they are good kit. So, they are robust and they do last. But yes, they are very, very.
But now you call yourself Kathy Cruises or Kathy Goes Cruising or whatever. Just contact them and say, oh hi, I'm Kathy Goes Cruising. Can I have some suitcases, please?
Ah, yes.
There will be one of 2 answers. Yes or no.
Exactly that. So Lorna's saying, brag, brag, brag. If it's not a big stick, it's a big cockerel. Ooh. I know, Paulie. See?
What do they say? Men who brag about stuff like that.
Well,
it's usually not true.
So Gillian's just saying hi, Merry Christmas, and David McGee says Santa bought Andrea a cruise in March 2025. Wow. Well, good old Santa.
What a nice bloke Santa is.
It is. Merry Christmas from Tommy. Davina's here, so let me see Davina. And Mandy's asking the question, how many cruises do you have booked for 2025? We have 3 so far. I'm working on him for the 4th. Well, we will be announcing. We're away in February, and we've got 2 very exciting cruises coming up in February and March. We've got our group cruise in May. And then we've got 1 more booked. That's all we've got booked, isn't it, in 2025? Because the rest is land tours. So, what's the other one? 2 for February, March. Group cruise. Yeah. And then this one. Oh, yes.
That one.
Yes. So we got 6. Yes. Oh, 7. So 7. Yes, we have. If you want to know our cruises in advance, people say, why don't you announce them? It's one of the perks our patrons and our YouTube members get. And they're the first ones to know what cruise we book. So we don't announce them until they're nearer time to the general public. So apologies for that. But that's the reason why, because that's the information. Our patrons get to know everything first. But we've got 7 coming up. Gosh, yes. We were going to have a quiet year, weren't we? Anyway, so so yes, we've got 7. So actually getting a 4th, Mandy, just go for it and work. Work on him for the 4th. So do that.
Because unlike the man who wrote the Okie Kokie, when you're gone, you're in that box forever. So get out there and do it.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
That's my advice. As long as you can afford it, don't bankrupt yourself.
Yeah,
but
exactly that.
Don't be, and I've said this, I haven't said this for a long time on a live, don't be that person when you know that it's all over and the Grim Reaper is waiting outside your door. Don't be that person saying, I wish I'd have done this, I wish I'd have done that. Nobody ever said on their deathbed, I wish I'd have travelled less.
Yes. Oh my God, that's very deep.
It's profound and deep.
It is. But it's very true.
So I started off so I started off with the okie dokie joke, and now we
had a lot of savings that we worked for years, and it is going down and down and down. But thankfully for the support of our patrons, YouTube members, and people watching our videos from our YouTube income, we're able to travel more. So we want to just thank you, everyone. So everyone that watches our videos or gives us a thumbs up, you all contribute to helping us travel more. So thank you for that, and a big thank you to our patrons and members who are the main ones behind the scenes that are supporting us. So.
But I checked our bank today, and we've got over £4 in there.
Yeah, so
it's not too bad.
So Tina's saying 10 years of cooking and washing up, but 7 years. 10 years of cooking and washing up, but 7 years of that you'll be on cruises. Oh,
that's true enough.
Sean saying, unfortunately, he never got what he wanted, but I'll take the 5th for what I asked for. Oh. So Kath saying about Bristol Airport, saying again, your question from Bristol Airport to Temple Meads train station in Bristol is easy. Just catch the airport bus that runs every 20 minutes and should take about 30 minutes. Well, thank you for that, Kath. That's really, really helpful.
This is why we love you, group of people, because you always...
Yeah, we don't know the answer. Someone does. So that's really good.
Come out and save the day.
Patty's here. Patty's normally always one of the first people that comments on our Facebook post. So thank you for that. We've just hit 10,000 on Facebook, which is amazing. Well, just a few days ago, I meant to put something on with a big banner on, but I haven't got around to making that yet. I'm really slacking lately, aren't I? So thank you, Patty, and to everyone that supports us on Facebook, because that's a huge achievement, I think, isn't it?
That's Pat and Patty.
Pat and Patty. Oh yes.
See, I read all the question.
Yes, you do. Right. Craig's here. Hello to all you lovelies. Hope you have a great Christmas. Yeah, we'll be seeing you and delivering your Patreon backpack prize.
Just over a week away, I believe.
January. Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. Aoife's here from Ireland. So Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year to you all. And the same to you. Jeff's from Ohio's here. Happy Boxing Day. Hey, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff
lovely
and Bob.
To see Jeff and Bob. So lovely to see you guys here. Zoe's saying that she's super excited as hubby got me an Insta360 4 times and a long pole for Christmas. Oh, brilliant.
She's got a newer one than me. Look.
She has. Yours is a X2, isn't it?
No, 3 mine is. And I will say, this cruise, I have got the cruise as Carole's currently editing.
The Royal Clipper.
Easily, in my opinion, the best Insta360 footage ever that I've got since I've had it. And I'm so pleased because I'm getting to know now what it's good for, what it's not good for. It's definitely not good for long zooming and stuff like that, but up close stuff. And is it going to be in this video?
Yes.
So in this video,
if I get it out in time by tomorrow,
at the front of the ship, and I've said this before, and I can't remember what it's called, but I know somebody in the pointy bit at the front where they got
not the bow. It's called something different on a sailing ship.
Where they got the mascot that in Jason and the Argonauts used to talk to Jason. So Carole's looking at me now, but
I know Jason the Argonauts.
Yeah, but you know that bit on the front of the ship.
I know the mermaid lady.
Yeah,
thing.
But she used to talk to Jason.
Well, that's nice.
But they've got a net on there on Royal Clipper.
Yeah.
And you can get on the net. And I got some footage off there that was like, oh my God. And I couldn't even believe it. And because I was led on it, and I started off with the camera above the net, and then I poked it down through the net, I've only just been watching that back, and I didn't realise that I captured a load of dolphins. And I didn't even know that until I was watching.
You knew that you maybe had one.
I knew I had one.
Because when we were on the ship, but actually there was more, so it's fantastic.
And in the last video, that sunset out of Sorrento, when it was virtually dark, and I said to Carole, I said, look, I think this is going to be a waste of time because it's nearly dark, but I'm going to see what the footage is like. and I thought it was spectacular.
Yeah, that was Sorrento is just beautiful, and it was just such a fantastic way to see it. And our tender back to the Royal Clipper sailing ship was just so memorable. It was amazing. So so make sure you go and watch our Royal Clipper videos if you haven't already. And also, if I can get it out with time by tomorrow, Paulie helped put the sails up.
I'm still, my arms are just recovered from putting the sails up yesterday or day before. And then I went to Gavin and Steve's and I helped them make this big Christmas pudding, which involves stirring for about 4 hours.
It was a long time. So Mark and Sheila here. So love to see you guys here after a lovely Christmas. Happy Boxing Day. Laura's here as well. So hi all. I had a relaxing Boxing Day to charge it for work tomorrow. Yeah, lots of people back to work tomorrow, aren't they? And lots of people that have been working. So I know, obviously my background being a nurse, thankfully towards the end of my career I didn't have I had quite a normal hours, but I remember I was talking to Matthew, who works for the railway, doesn't he? And he was been working today, and I worked 16 years. I worked Christmas Day. So I know what it's like for those that work. So thank you for everyone that goes out to work over this festive time. Ken says he's here after treatment time tonight after a heavy but brilliant day yesterday. So I'm glad you had a great day. And no ice, Nick, enjoying a Thatcher's goal, but obviously no ice. So Teja Milk. What is your favourite Cunard queen? Elizabeth.
Mary.
Really?
Yeah. I was the first thing. And let me tell you why. Because it's the best one. It's got the Queen's room. I've said this before. The Queen's room on Victoria and Elizabeth is absolutely fabulous. The Queen's room on Queen Mary is at the back of the ship for reasons that Dr. Stephen Payne, who, he's a close personal friend of mine, who designed Queen Mary.
You've met him once.
I've met him once.
Spoke to him about 5 minutes.
And he's been on our live.
Yeah.
He's a lovely bloke.
He is a nice bloke.
And he explained why it's like it is, and the Queen's room has to be at the back. And it's all about weight distribution, because Queen Mary is an ocean liner. It's not a cruise ship. So, but I just love the G32 nightclub. It is the best nightclub, bar none, on any cruise ship we've ever been on and any cruise ship I've heard about. And I'll arm wrestle anybody who says anything different. It is amazing. It's a 2-story nightclub that has live music interspersed with disco music, and they do live music, disco throughout the evening. It is bonkers and it's so good. And of course, it's also got a fantastic place where they give you the cakes. What's it called, Annie? Corinthia Lounge. So yes, if I had to choose, and it would be a very tough choice, I would go Queen Mary.
Now, I love Queen Victoria that we've just been on, but the reason I picked Queen Elizabeth is because they're identical ships, Victoria and Elizabeth. But there's one difference that I think makes Elizabeth stand out, and that is the garden room. You've got the winter garden on Victoria, which is a lovely space and great for sport. And if it's a sunny day, it's lovely and warm, a bit drafty in the winter. But for me, I really like the space that is the garden room on Elizabeth, which is very similar to the winter garden, but I just think it sits better. And for entertainment, it's better. It's in a better space. You can't remember it's got the big dome.
Yeah, roof. I know. Yeah.
So for me, but that's the only reason I would go on Victoria, Elizabeth. Well, on Victoria, we've got our Patreon group cruise in April 2026. So I'm so glad that our patrons chose that ship. And I'm so glad they did, because we just had a fantastic cruise on there. I would go on Elizabeth tomorrow, and I would definitely go on Queen Mary 2 again. Saying that, we had a long discussion with obviously Ken and Lindsay, who were on the maiden voyage with us on Queen Anne. And Queen Anne is a beautiful, beautiful ship. And I would definitely go on Queen Anne again, but I want to wait for another year or so till everything's, settled down and it's working like a well-oiled machine, like the other ships do.
But what we can agree on is, we might not agree on which is the best, but we can agree on which is our least favourite, which is definitely Queen Anne.
Yes, because we like the old traditional ship, don't we? And just because the experience we had on the maiden, but we went on the maiden cruise, and that taught us a lot, that we'll never do a maiden cruise again.
But we went on the maiden maiden cruise of Marella Voyager.
Yes, we did, and there was no
fabulous,
issues.
and there was no issues whatsoever. So it's it's hard to.
It is,
but there was so many issues on Queen Anne that
But no, there are lots been resolved.
Yeah.
We've here, and that's great because Cunard are a fantastic product.
They are, yeah.
Cunard, for us, one of our favourite cruise lines. And we love it because you get the chance to go back to that old traditional era. You get to dress up. We had like a 20s night on our cruise. We had a black and white night, wasn't it? And we had masquerade. And I just love it. And most people that go on Cunard will embrace that, and you'll see everyone dressed up. But if that's not your thing, there's still places on Cunard you can go.
And we've had people comment saying, I'll never go on Cunard because you have to dress up. Well, I say to you, you're foolish. Because you don't have to dress up. You can experience almost everything that Cunard has to offer without having to dress up. But you've got to understand that there's a dress code for certain things, and you either adhere to those dress codes or you don't do it. So don't be one of those people saying, well, no, I'm wearing shorts and flip-flops in the dining room, because you
won't be allowed.
And I'm going to do this on gala night, because you can't.
No.
But there's still plenty of stuff where you can fully embrace that Cunard experience without ever putting a suit on.
But part of that Cunard experience is those
the
things.
Dressing up. I love
so,
it.
If that's not your thing, then maybe Cunard's not for you.
But don't feel that it's just all about that. That is, to us, that's a bonus, but it's not all about that.
Service we had throughout the ship in the bars, and that was second to none, wasn't it? It was absolutely fantastic. The only thing we felt was very mediocre was the main dining room restaurant food. We only ate in there twice. We had one good meal, one not so good. But then the menus didn't inspire us, did it? And maybe because we've cruised so many times now. When we used to cruise in the early days, oh my gosh, we want to sit down and have a really extravagant meal. Now we're more interested in seeing what's going on around the ship. So buffets do suit us more. So I guess we're changing as before.
It's horses for courses.
It is. But Cunard, we'll always cruise with Cunard. I can't see that we wouldn't. Would you, Pauline?
No.
Yeah. Because we just love what they do.
Yeah.
Jackie's here. Jackie from Canada. Yahoo! Made it. I bet you've got some snow. So Laura's asking, if you do presents, what was the funniest one? We don't do presents.
No, I got you a pair of size 10 football boots once, didn't you? You didn't like...
Once he did. I'll go back to why we don't do Christmas presents. All our money goes on cruising and travel. So we it must be about, I don't know. Was it about 10 years ago? Maybe 7 years ago.
What were we talking about?
When stopped giving presents.
Oh, I thought you about when I got you that.
No.
I got you 2 presents. You did.
No. So we don't do Christmas presents, and the reason for that is that we say we could spend this on all our money goes on cruises and travel, and that's our gifts to each other. Is we both put money into the pot. So, but the best Christmas present, Paul managed to hide a bird table in Lucas's bedroom.
7 foot tall wooden bird table, and
a concrete
wheelbarrow that you plant flowers in.
Yes.
Now I managed to hide that. Why I didn't hide it in the garage, I don't know. But I managed to hide that in the house, in my son's bedroom.
Yes.
And Carole never spotted it.
I didn't.
So that was quite impressive, really.
But that was a great surprise. I love my garden, as you guys know. Gillian's asking, have you sailed on Anthem of the Seas? If so, what's your opinions? Great ship. We've got a vlog series all about that. We did a 4-day cruise out of Southampton. But it was my first retirement.
That was Carole's retirement
cruise
and 55th birthday cruise.
And we had a fantastic time. We love Royal Caribbean. We've just found them a bit too pricey at the moment. And obviously the drinks are very expensive. But it's a fabulous ship. Great entertainment. We had some great food. So we definitely recommend if the price is right. So Donna and Scott, Grayson here. So let's see, Donna. Happy Boxing Day. Or spent a fortune in the sales. What have you bought? Nothing yet, but I am going to buy my friend Deb and her daughter Kate have got these fantastic Wi-Fi photo frames. So they're digital frames. What do you call it? A digital photo holder. Anyway.
It's like a photo frame, but it's digital.
And then you just upload all your photos.
You sync it to your phone, and it will basically just alternate all the pictures on your phone that you choose it to have access to.
Yes.
So if you've got any pictures on your phone with your boobs out or something like that, make sure that you don't give access to all your photos, because
some people do. I don't.
We had some friends and they took a picture of the gentleman's area and they had visitors round, and all of a sudden this picture came up on their photo frame of the meat and two veg, which was very amusing, but not for the people who were quite well to do.
It's a digital touch screen picture frame. So I was admiring them because it was lovely sat there, and obviously we've been friends with Deb and Kate and for many, many years. We worked it out, actually, didn't you? What year was it? 2002.
We've been friends with them for 68 years.
So, yeah,
lots of years. At the door, I'll just go and chat.
So and they've got these frames, and there's all these photos. They just randomly show you photos. So Kate showed me the ones on Amazon, so I'm going to put an order in for that because they're half price at the moment. So that's going to be my present to myself for Christmas. But we don't do presents. But so we haven't been out and buying anything, have we, Paulie?
No.
So Warren is asking, have you ever filed a claim for trip cancellation with your insurance carrier? We haven't. So no, we haven't.
No, we're very lucky. I got some extra ice because Nick didn't have any.
Yes.
So I got a bit extra.
That's another thing. If you want to treat yourself, get yourself an ice machine. It's the best thing, isn't it?
Well, it is if you like ice.
Well,
if you're no ice, Nick, I wouldn't recommend it.
No, exactly that. That's true. So Man said, we always have raw Dalton crystal glasses for wine. Tastes so much better than swigging it from a bottle. Yes, it does. I love it. I love my little crystal. And listen to that.
Well, don't flick it all over there.
Well, I won't flick it all over there. So Lucy Mum's here. So lovely to see you. We're off to Warner's Haythrop Park for a Twixmas break tomorrow. Have a great time, June. That's fabulous. We love Warner's. Twixmas. I guess it's between
Christmas and New Year.
Well, between Christmas and New Year. I don't know. Jim and Dwayne's here, so lovely to see you guys. So, Laura, what's the matter?
Read that comment there, mate.
Barry Island is in India. No, it's in Wales.
But that was your...
Oh, well, that was my accent.
Yes, your Welsh accent. Thank you very much. I'm glad you... Well, no, mate, because it is.
Gillian said about seasickness, eat a green apple. It helps and puts something in your tummy. Yeah, green apples, ginger. Go to our website. We've got a post all about seasickness and with some links through to some products that will help. So, yes, it's being prepared. Seasickness, because once it gets in there, you can't get it out. Jackie's saying... Just wondering if either of you, with all your vlogs, have you ever dropped and broke your phone recording devices? Thankfully not. We've had issues with external drives when we've transferred stuff over, which is a disaster, but not actually with what we've recorded.
No, but we have, Carole, we're seriously considering ditching the GoPro in the new year for a Osmo
DJ Pocket, which is a lot smaller. My GoPro now keeps overheating
all the
and it's
time.
Really frustrating me.
And we have had stuff as well where we've done lots of pieces to camera and you think, yeah, that's lovely. And of course, you haven't got time to do a piece to camera and watch it back. And plus, if you're in the moment video and stuff, you can't like watch everything back and then say, oh, we just walked 3 miles through a town and none of it's recorded. Unfortunately, you've got to have the faith that
it's all on there.
And then I'll be sat on the sofa. Carole will be sat just, doing her editing stuff. And then you'll hear some bleep, 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 because there'll be no volume on there.
Yeah.
Or it's just a blank screen or stuff like that, which has happened. And it's getting less rare now with the GoPro. So we it's a great bit of kit.
It is a great bit of kit.
But we're starting to lose faith with
GoPro. A little bit. And the reason being that I got a GoPro 11. Now, my first GoPro was GoPro 8. That over
7.
Was it 7?
7, yeah. It was a Hero 7.
Right. So they've had lots of GoPros out since then. So my question to GoPro is, my GoPro 7 overheated. You still have that issue with GoPro 11. You know that's a feedback from most people about GoPro, and it is frustrating, but it is a good bit of kit. But I'm also really, I've spoken to quite a lot of content creators that use the Osmo DJ Pocket. It's smaller. You use the same SD card with the smallest one. So I think it's time for me to transition over to something new, which is a shame, but there we are. So Sue Wills is just saying, we're doing the Northern cruise on P&O. Any tips, Rotterdam, Hamburg? Rotterdam's a great city. Go to our website. We've got a whole post about Rotterdam. It's very easy to get into Rotterdam. You dock right by the Euramis Bridge, and there's water taxis. So my biggest tip to you is if you want to get around by water taxis, which is great, make sure you book ahead or download the app on your phone, because we fell foul of not being prepared when we wanted to go on the water taxi one trip, and they were all booked up. And it's a great way to get around Rotterdam, and it's cheap. Oh, bless you. So that'll be my biggest tip if you want to get around that way.
And the water taxis is not just a good way of getting around, it's incredibly good fun as well.
It is.
Because they don't spare the horses when they're taking you to places.
Yeah.
So that's good fun. And also,
Uber is easy too.
Uber's easy.
In Rotterdam.
The Markthal, which is a food hall, is spectacular.
Yeah.
They've got the Cubus houses. There's loads and loads and loads of stuff to
and
do.
If you've got lots of time in Rotterdam and you did want to go to Amsterdam, they've got a train station right in the centre.
About 35 minutes.
It's not far.
At all.
So sometimes a lot of ships will stay overnight in Rotterdam or have a long day there.
Yeah.
So there's lots and lots to do with Rotterdam. It's a fantastic city. Hamburg.
If you're in Hamburg on a Sunday, it's winner chicken dinner or capon or whatever we're calling it now. There's a bar called
Brauhaus
München, even though it's in Hamburg, and it's an bar where they play all Umpa music. All the staff have got lederhosen. There's all the big steins of beer. If you go there on a Sunday, it'd be packed with locals, and you'll have a job to get in there. But that's the best time. If you just Google
Paul and Carole Hamburg vlogs, it should pop up. I can't think which one it was in and which ship, but we had a great day.
It was Cunard. But regardless,
Queen Mary too.
But regardless of whether it's a Sunday or not,
we've been there before. Then that's when we went with Emma.
Yeah.
So we've been there before.
Yeah. But it's whatever day you go there, is a great atmosphere. They do fabulous food. They do the big steins, all the lederhosen.
But if you don't enjoy drinking and go into these sort of bar place, then we did a great free walking tour in Hamburg. We just booked it through I can't think what their name is now, but we had to if you Google free walking tours in Hamburg, and we had to go to the town hall and meet the guys with the red umbrellas. Yeah. And they don't charge you anything, but they do expect a tip at the end, which is fair enough, because we went on a very good tour, didn't we?
We did.
It was absolutely freezing when we
were there. It was about 4 days long, but it was a great
and we just said to the guy after a while, we'd seen what we wanted to see, and we gave him 20 euros and said thank you so much, and he was over the moon, and we had a great time, didn't we? So there's a few tips hopefully for you, but we've got lots of vlogs of Rotterdam and Hamburg, so just have a look at that. So Ken goes, I've scrolled down too far, haven't I? Nick's here, so love to see you, Nick. So thank you. And Melanie's here. Melanie Wood, happy Boxing Day from a Brit in Miami. We have to work in the USA today. Oh. Ken said Gavin and Stacey was lush. It was absolutely
and
fantastic.
What's the next one, Annie?
And Claire said we're mixed it up. Yeah. Oh my God, how emotional was that?
So there was me and our mate Steve Scrummy, the two oldest men in the room, both just in there, just over the 60 mark. Yeah. And when Mick stood up, it was one of them moments that I'm thinking, please don't anybody speak to me. It was fantastic. Goosebump moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you watch Gavin and Stacey, and all, like you said, it's not spoiling anything, and that's when Mick stood up. If you watch that and that does nothing for you, you're made of stone. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, it was. Totally agree, Claire. So Sean's saying Kraken and ginger beer. Oh, Kraken's spiced rum, isn't it? Yeah. That's what Kate likes, isn't it, Kraken? Kraken and ginger beer. Oh, that's an interesting combination. And Patty's saying our Christmas drink of choice was Newfie slush. Pat was drinking Stella. What's a Newfie slush? I don't know. Because slush in the UK is like an ice drink.
isn't it? That you normally have raspberry or strawberry, like a slushy.
And they're always funny colours, but you can put a bit of alcohol with it, and it colours your lips and tongue, doesn't it?
It does. Craig's saying he loves the Baileys. Oh, I do love the Baileys. So that's nice. Oh, Kevin's +5 today in Calgary, so that is warm for you, isn't it?
Like
that's
Caribbean,
tropical. Tropical. So Peter's saying we are flying to Heathrow on the 6th of January from Oz to join Queen Victoria for South America. Oh, amazing. We're staying at the Harbour Hotel in Southampton. Ooh, that's posh. A few days before boarding. The Harbour Hotel is beautiful, just in Ocean Village. So it's a real nice spot with fantastic views. So have a fantastic time. Yeah, of course, all the Queens will be starting doing all their world segments, won't they, in January? So have a fantastic time. And Kathy says she's got a beautiful crystal glass of naughty sparkling wine. Yeah, because Kathy likes alcohol-free stuff, doesn't she? So that's nice to know you found one, because we've cruised with Kathy, and often they don't do a lot of alcohol-free selection, do they? It's quite hard to find. Gillian's saying she enjoys a Christmas drink with Hal's Mariners cocktail. Everyone loved them, but I think I had too many.
Is there such a thing as too many cocktails?
Well, Amanda's saying we're having Diablo Golden Chardonnay. Blooming lovely. Nice to come home from our Voyager cruise on the 20th, just for that. So Kath Brown's just saying, hey, couple and Carole, happy Christmas. We booked Alaska in April, May, traveling RM first. Rocky Mountaineer first, then cruise on Coningsdam. Short excursion. What do you advise? Well, I'd advise you, Kath, to check out our Coningsdam series where we did all the excursions, which started with, probably not in the right order, Skagway. We did the railway.
White Pass Railway.
Yeah.
And the advice I always give everybody who asks me, you can do train up, train back, or you could do bus up, train back. Do bus up, train back. And the reason being, there's a massive ravine between the road and the railway. And if you take the bus, it goes to the left of the ravine, and then you get the train at the top, and that comes back down, so you're on the other side. So it gives you two completely different views. Yeah. Whereas if you get train up, train back, it's the same view.
Well, we've never done train up.
No, but it's the same view both ways. It is, because it stands to reason. You're going on the same track. So you get the same views. Whereas if you do the bus and then the train, you get different perspectives. So you get,
And if you go up on the coach, make sure you sit on the right side of the coach.
Right-hand side.
Yeah. And if you're on the train, just make sure you get on the standing platforms.
And it's also sit on the right-hand side.
Yes. Yeah. So that was brilliant. So we definitely recommend that. We did whale watching in Juneau, and we went on a small tour, a small numbered tour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was fantastic. And in Ketchikan, we just went to the what's it called? The
man with the big chopper.
Yeah, the chopper show.
The lumber.
It's all about choppers today, isn't it?
The lumberjack show.
The lumberjack.
It's very cheesy, very touristy, but it's fabulous.
It's fun. It's really good fun.
Really good fun.
So that's what we did. So yeah, and then we went to the Red Dog Saloon and had a duck fart. So make sure you get to the Red Dog Saloon.
But that was after whale watching. That was after the whale.
Was that after? That was in Juneau.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alaska's amazing. Yeah. We're hoping to get back there one day, aren't we, Paulie Morgan? So Ken says, do you know you can buy Clamato juice in Sainsbury's? I did not know that. And I haven't had one Bloody Mary this Christmas, have I?
No.
Oh, or a Caesar, as the Canadians say, which I think is better than a Bloody Mary. So thanks for that, Ken. That's a very good tip. Happy Chinooka from a very wet Texas. Does it rain in Texas? I didn't know that.
No.
So, and Kevin said we did have a white Christmas. Oh, that's lovely. Right. Alf is on Cruise Campo in training for the next cruise. Kevin Austin said it is white, but no new snow for the past week. And like I say, +5 degrees. Nicky Tracy said 2010 was a white Christmas. I don't remember that. Do you?
We can't remember what we did last week, mate, can we?
Andy and Carla are just saying about the market hall is great. And that's a very good tip as well, Andy and Carla. So if the weather's bad, just go out of there turn right instead of left and go to the Hotel New York for a drink. Yes, because that's a very good tip too. So thank you so much for that. So let's have a look. of Jeff is saying yesterday's drink was a screwball eggnog made with screwball peanut butter whiskey. Oh, that sounds
Jeff,
very interesting.
That's just crazy talk. Peanut butter whiskey.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of it. So I thought a screwball eggnog was eggnog with lemonade in it. I thought it was a screwball.
I don't know. Kate had a hot eggnog, didn't she, on Christmas Day? Don't know. So you bought your dad some whiskey, didn't you?
I did, from the Titanic Brewery, and I presented it with him the day before Crimblemas.
Yeah.
And I did ring him yesterday, and he didn't tell me if he tried it or not. And I said, I won't be offended if you don't like it.
Yeah. So, but we never tried a screwball peanut butter whiskey. Oh, Carrie's hello from the North Pole, Alaska. It's currently -1. The snow's posted on the way. Yes. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? You'd like to think that in North Pole, Alaska, you would get some snow. So I'm glad you're able to have a good time. Aoife's just saying in Ireland, Boxing Day is called St. Stephen's Day.
I know. It's
Did
called
you?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen when the snow came round about.
Deep.
Name that film.
Yes, that's my favourite film. So just day after Christmas in the US. Kevin B said we call it the 26th of December. But Kevin, it's called Boxing Day. So, and Sean would say it's a normal working day in the US. That must be annoying a bit, isn't it? Because you have a big Christmas day and you're all full up and had a few beers and you've got to get for work the next day. That's really frustrating. Andy Carlson in the Netherlands, it's called Second Christmas Day. Oh. So Sean said, I'm a Brit living in New York, so happy to be in the UK for Christmas a year and appreciate Boxing Day. Yes. Yeah, exactly what it said. Kevin said he cooked for 20 people. Wow, fair play to you.
Big up to you.
And Sean's had an M&S Christmas. Yeah, we do love Marks and Spencer's are just quality, aren't they? I do love Marks and Spencer's. Aoife said she had bread sauce. Steve did bread sauce for us, and nobody tried it apart from Steve. And then today, I said, "What are you doing?" And he had 2 pieces of bread, and he had a bread sauce sandwich with a little bit of turkey and a little bit of gravy on. That was well weird. Bread sauce is weird, isn't it? It's not something.
It looks like baby sick.
Wendy's here. Hi guys, from Christchurch, New Zealand. Cloudy and cool, been raining. Let's have a look at Sue saying, did you play any Christmas games? Hopefully you heard what we were talking about earlier when we were playing ping pong and the monkey tail game. So if not, then please.
Beer pong.
What did I say?
Ping pong.
Beer pong. So but that was fun. Ken says sprouts is the favourite thing for him. I love sprouts. We do love sprouts, don't we, Pauline?
And sprouts and bacon.
We were watching a thing flipped up on the TV, and it was that fantastic scene. For you guys that don't know or ever seen The Vicar of Dibley, another one for you American guys, if you haven't, on BritBox, you probably find that. But it's a fantastic series that aired for many years with Dawn French taking the lead as a vicar. And there's one Christmas special where she's trying to put sprouts in her mouth, isn't she? Because she's been invited to so many Christmas dinners, and it's just comedy gold. So that popped up, didn't it, on the TV the other day? So, but we love sprouts. So it's a Carry On Carole. Sounds like the next Carry On film. Ooh. So David's asking, we're going on Queen Victoria in November 25th. What deck were you on recently, please? We were on deck 5. We had an obstructed balcony cabin, which was hardly obstructed at all. And it was absolutely fine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So our advice to anyone picking a cabin on a cruise ship is to check what is around. Look at the deck plans. All ships' deck plans are available on the internet, and a deck plan literally shows you the cabin positions for each deck.
It literally shows you.
Yeah, but people say, "Oh, I don't know what a deck plan is." No, I know it sounds, but people don't know that they're there. And go and have a look. And we advise picking a cabin that's surrounded by cabins, so you don't get noises from venues above or below. And also picking a cabin that doesn't perhaps have an interconnecting door, because sometimes, obviously, you've got that door there, you could get noise from your neighbours. And having a look to see, do you want to be at the front, back, or middle? Because if you are susceptible to seasickness, being lower down in the middle of the ship is obviously a favourable position. So we were on deck 5 and it was great. Ken and Lindsay were down on deck 1 and they had a fantastic deluxe cabin that's a lot bigger size. Their Queen Victoria videos are out, so go and check those out, because we surprised Bob and Holly and they captured it brilliantly. And also ours aren't going to be out for a little while because we've got our Raw Clipper series to finish. Then we're going to be doing Celebrity Eclipse, aren't we? Of our Canadian cruise, because that was just amazing. And then our Queen Victorias will come out after that. So, but do make sure you're following Ken and Lindsay, because they've got some great content too. So let's have a look.
Go on, click on
Hokey Pokey.
That's what it's called. They don't call it the Hokey Cokey, they call it the Hokey Pokey.
Oh,
and Kevin
and
Barbara
saying it's the Hokey Pokey in Canada as well.
Yeah.
Well, I never.
Well, just pretend you haven't.
Just
pretend you haven't heard this joke. Do you bet the man who wrote the Hokey Pokeys died?
Sorry.
So when she's reading the questions, I can literally say anything. Because it's called the Hokey Pokey, I'm going to do my joke again.
Oh, go on then.
The man who wrote.
No. Of course, Laura lives in Holland and is just saying the Amusement Park area, a great modern art museum, New Binnenweg and Hotbogen area, nautical theme, visit the Oud have a museum. I'm sure my Dutch tones were coming out there, weren't they, Laura?
I thought I was next to Ruud van Nistelrooy.
So thank you so much for that, Laura. That's very, very helpful. And Warren says, well, Hokey Pokey. Well. We learn so much on our lives, don't we, Pauline?
Yeah, but we forget it by the end.
Well, you might. Nick saying, how many people sang Okie Kokie along with Carole, Paul and Carole? Put your hands up if you did. So let's have a look.
Aoife said me.
Yes. And Andy and Carla.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, dear. Right, so let's see what other questions we got. Perry's here from Saskatoon, Canada tour. Finally made it to a live chat. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I love that word, Saskatchewan.
Well, can I just say, Perry, nobody tonight is going to be watching from a name better than that.
Isn't one of our patrons, Corinne, isn't she in Moose Creek or something?
You bet. I haven't seen. I'm talking tonight. Nobody tonight has said they're watching from a better place than Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
No, that's really not easy to say, is it?
No, it's not.
So Cheryl's here. Say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
What did I say?
Well, it wasn't that Hanukkah. You were still Dutch when you said that.
I'm like Ross, the armadillo of Friends.
You're the holiday armadillo.
And I might say there is an airport coach from Bristol Station, so thank you so much for that too.
Oh, I wish I hadn't bothered to Google it now, isn't he? Trying to out.
Nick said if you do need to fart in a restaurant, I recommend doing a silent but deadly.
But you don't know though, do you, until you try?
Well, you don't need to do that, do you?
Well, you do, because you might end up like Harry Potter's auntie and float into the sky if you don't let the gas out.
Yeah, well, true. That's true. Kevin's saying Anne wins.
I don't know what that
No. Is. Merry Christmas and thanks for the live tonight, please. Anyone else for Bubble? Or was that for Buble? No. Right, so let's have a look. Gillian's saying, we are cruising for February. It may seem odd. Question, do you leave your heating on? We also have people staying in our house when we're away, so we don't have to worry about that. But sometimes they might not come for a couple of days, or they might go away for a couple of days. And we always set our heating on a timer that comes on for at least an hour a day, just to keep things ticking over. But we're lucky we've got friends and family that we live right near the centre of Gloucester, so it's really handy for people. So we always have someone in our house, it's never empty. But I would definitely, because in February you could get frost and you want to keep your pipes moving, don't you? You do. Not the pipes moving, but well, you do, don't you? You don't want your pipes freezing.
Your pipes moving.
You don't want your pipes freezing.
That's better. You don't want them moving. You don't want to come back and
you
don't want to come back and all your pipes are in the living room. You still want them to be around the house, don't you?
That's cheap. Look, Ken's just saying, Sean, bus from the airport direct to Cardiff's £5. Is it really?
Oh, I might take that. I might take that just for
Is that the bus with the big face on? What's his name?
Dara O'Brien.
Megabus. So Nick and Tracy's given a super chat. Thank you so much, guys. That's very, very generous.
They've just done that.
Really appreciate that.
They've done that just to get rid of us, I think.
Get rid of us?
Yeah, it's 8:10.
Oh my gosh.
See, you don't even know that.
No, I don't. But anyway, we're going to carry on chatting because there's lots of people here and I've lost where we are now. So let's see. Where was it? Do you leave it heating on? So, Craig, bubble, he said. Anyone else with bubble and squeak in the morning? Well, we love bubble and squeak.
That's the biggest problem for me about going somewhere else for your Christmas dinner. We've got plenty of food in the house, don't get me wrong, but we haven't got any leftovers like bubble and squeak, smashing up some roast potatoes with some sprouts and stuff like that. Cabbage. Oh, that'd be like banging, wouldn't it? That would.
For those who don't know, bubble and squeak is like Paul just explained. It's just stuff that you make into a bit of we make them into sort of flat sort of potato cakes, don't we?
We make them into patties like burgers.
Yeah, and then you have them with a fried breakfast the next day, and they are delicious. Sometimes with cheese on top. Ooh. Bubble and squeak.
Never put cheese on.
We have.
Oh, I don't know who that was. That wasn't me. I would never do that.
Maybe it was before your time.
Oh, wow. What? So the last bloke had to cook for you as well,
did he? So Sean's just saying, I've done some quizzes on Christmas Day. Got some excellent questions for our group quiz in May.
We watched them all.
Yes, Sean's in charge of one of the quizzes.
But you have to carry on talking.
Why is matter? Oh, okay. So sorry. So does it? Yes. So So Sean's going to be providing the questions for one of our quizzes on a group cruise. We've got stuff going on all the time, so it's going to be very, very exciting. So thanks for that. Frank and Jen are asking, have you been to India? If not, would you go? I saw a cruise on Celebrity in November 2025 with quite a few ports in India, a 40-nighter. We haven't been to India, and to be fair, it's not high on our list. I've had friends that have gone there and had a great time and friends that haven't. So I think cruising would be a great way to explore that part of the world, because you can have little tasters of all the different areas, but it's really just not been high on our list at all. So sorry, can't be of much help, but I don't know if anyone else in the comments have been there, so please do let us know. So Joseph is just asking, Joe and Michael want to say happy holidays. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. You two are the best. Oh, thank you so much. Which is your favorite Cunard ship? Well, we've already answered that. So make sure you rewind if you weren't watching, Joseph, our Cunard ship. And what's your favorite princess ship? Well, our princess experiences have been just on the royal class. So we've done Enchanted Princess, we've done Sky Princess, and we've done Regal Princess. So we haven't done any of the older princess ships. So out of those three ships, we love Sky, and we've been on there twice. But basically, the other two ships are very, very similar. So it's hard to pull them apart. But for us, Sky Princess, which is why we chose that for our group cruise in May 2025, which is coming up. But we are very, very keen on trying some other classes of princess ships, because we'd like to see what the older ones are like, because we've heard lots of favourable things about that, haven't we?
Oh, your chair cost me.
What's that? Why are you pushing me out of Polly Panda's in the tree? Yes.
He wasn't even in there at the start of the light. I reckon he's climbed up.
Well, he must have. He wants to get a bit of the action.
He's a naughty panda.
He is. So Craig's just saying, Merry Christmas. Thanks for the live tonight. What do you do with your, what I call random time between Christmas and New Year? For us, it's all about catching up with friends and family, isn't it? And actually just chilling out and watching some telly and just vegging on the sofa.
Yes, because we always have, because we've got various people working, like my boy works, he works away a lot. My niece, Natalie, she's on call because she's a veterinary nurse, so she works funny hours. So we always have our Morgan Christmas. Sometimes it might even be before Christmas, but this year,
yeah,
it's this coming Saturday.
Yes, it is.
So we got that. Not sure what we're going to do New Year's Eve. Probably will be a couple of old fuddy-duddies. The last two Christmas Eves, New Year's Eves at home, was we went to bed at 10 o'clock, and Carole said, oh, tell you what we'll do, we'll go to bed and we'll have the TV on and we'll watch Jules Holland's Hootenanny, which usually starts about 11 o'clock. Carole didn't even make it to the start of Hootenanny.
I think the thing is, we for us, Christmas, I think with family and friends is really special. Now we're a bit older. We used to always love going out and partying on New Year's Eve, but we don't do that anymore, do we?
No.
So yeah. Kevin's just given a super chat, so thank you so much, Kevin. 20 Canadian dollars. Happy New Year! Thank you so much. And Nick and Tracy have just said, "Keep going," and giving us £10. Wow, thank you so much for. Oh, and Aoife's just given us £11.99. So thank you so much for all the super chats. That's really generous.
So we've had 3 different
currencies
tonight.
Yes, we have.
So if there's anybody out there who wants to give us some lira.
So let's see, where were we? Bubble and Squeak. Everyone's talking about Bubble and Squeak. Yeah, it's delicious. Talking about the bus to Bristol. That's really good to know, actually, because we've never had to do that. So Thanks for all that information. Lorna's saying that capon is a castrated male chicken. Ooh.
There you go.
Jill and Sandra, a question gone on Northern Lights cruise in February. Any suggestions for what to do in Alta, Tromsø, Aalesund, or Sortland? Well, out of those 4, we've only been to 2. Tromsø is a lovely town that we had a good wander around, didn't we? And they got some lovely, fantastic church there, which is really picturesque. And Aalesund, we had another good wander. We just love walking, don't we, when we're getting off in ports and just seeing what we happen across. But Aalesund's also got this walkway up a really big hill. So if you're feeling very adventurous and active, and you get right at the top, it has
the one with the swing at the top.
The swing.
Where's the one with the swing?
No, that's Garanga. So Aalesund, and it has fantastic views over the whole area. So we've not been to Alta or Sortland. But Norway is just beautiful. So I'm sure you'll have a fantastic time, whatever you decide on. Right, so let's have a look. Lucy's mum saying all her favourite things for Christmas: turkey, ham, roast potatoes, pierogies. That's a Polish.
It's like a Polish pasty,
yeah, I think so. Roast carrots with ginger and honey, salad with goat cheese, and candied walnuts. And Polish cheesecake. Oh my God, Deb made this amazing cheesecake, didn't she, today? It was, the bottom was chocolate hobnobs and normal hobnobs. And then it obviously was the cheesecake mixed with caramel in. And then on the top, there was all Maltesers and chopped up the honeycomb crunches. Oh my God. It was just absolutely divine.
And then she drizzled, and I didn't even know they made this. She drizzled caramel flavor condensed milk over the top.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they made caramel flavor.
We've never really. It's a big Asian thing, isn't it? Condensed milk, and in the Caribbean they use it a lot, but we never use it over here because it's so sweet. But it was fantastic on there. It was absolutely amazing. Warren's just saying that we were in Sydney Harbour on a Crystal Cruise 2012, 13 New Year's Eve, different times. Yeah,
they won't allow it now.
Yeah, which is a shame, isn't it? And Nick's just showing our website there, so thank you so much, Nick. And also a shop if you fancy a Paulie Panda too. And saying there's 9 ships in Madeira this year. That's a lot, isn't it? That's going to be absolutely awesome.
Just hopefully you won't be parked behind the big one like we were.
No, exactly that. Aoife's just saying, yes, Madeira cake is made from Madeira. They pour the Madeira wine over it. It's delicious. Oh. That sounds nice.
I think as a child, I remember looking at Madeira cake, and obviously it's quite a plain looking cake because there's no fruit, no chocolate, no nothing. So as a child, almost as a default setting, I thought, well, I don't really want that because it just looks boring. But obviously, as you get older, your tastes really change. I think, and you're more appreciative of the subtleties of stuff like that.
Yes. Exactly that. And look who's popped in, Jack. Jack Close here. Hey, Jack.
Hello, Jack.
We had a fantastic time with Jack and his family. So, lovely to see you here. Oh, that's brilliant. And thank you, Kevin B. That's really, really, really kind. So we got dollars now as well. That's American dollars.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. That's really generous. And Ken saying banoffee pies is condensed milk. It's great for making them. Yes, I'm sure it is. That Deb made banoffee pies as well, didn't she?
Yeah, I did.
So much food. It was absolutely amazing.
I don't remember getting offered one of them. Right?
You were too busy. Paul was watching football. So Paul was watching football while all us girls and everyone in the kitchen were having a good time and eating all the. I had fruitcake. I did have a bit of banoffee pie actually. You missed out on that. You missed out on the fruitcake. You missed out on all sorts. But that's football for you. Your choice. It's your choice. So let's have a look. What other questions have we got? So Bolo de Mal. I guess that's a drink. I've not heard of that one. So Sonia's asking about Iona. Any places to visit on the ship? I think we've talked about this a lot on previous live, Sonia. There's the...
We love the Keys.
Yeah, we love
the Keys because they got 3, which currently is still free restaurants. There's a fish and chip shop, there's an Asian fusion, and there's like a burger place. And they're all free, and you can mix and match, and we love it.
Yeah, we do. We do. So let's have a look. Tom and Dom are here, so nice to see you guys. So thank you for joining us. There's a fine line not going bankrupt when booking cruises. Yeah, there is. You have to have the finances to do it. Thankfully, we've saved for, well, I've been saving since I was 18, and I'm thankfully that I did, so that we had a bit, quite a big pot when I retired. That pot's dwindling down, but
67
all of you youngsters out there, my advice to you is just, even if you can only save £5 a month, just put it somewhere you can't get your hands on it. Because I'm so glad that I did that. And any little bit of money I put in a pot that I couldn't touch. And it's just paid off and enabled us to have the last 3 years of doing what we're doing, isn't it?
Or marry somebody who's rich.
That's what Paulie did. No. No. You done all right though, Paulie. You done all right. So let's see. Catherine's just saying about the luggage. I used to work at an airport and expensive, still got broken and damaged if it hit the wrong point. Yeah, it's true. It's always a gamble, isn't it? And Sean saying, congratulations, guys, 10,000. Wow. Yeah, we're really chuffed to bits. Our social media, it's taken a long time. 7 years it's taken to grow things, but we're really chuffed to bits. Nick saying, Larry Laprice wrote the Okie Kokie. He died in 1996. Larry Laprice.
It's not
that a joke.
No, it's not.
Oh, is that the
It's
truth?
just the fact that Nick's obviously Googled it. He's took the time to Google it. But he died in 1996. They didn't bury him until 1998.
Sandra's here. Love to see Sandra from Sandra. Melbourne. Well, close to Melbourne. And Natalie Green's here.
My lovely niece, Natalie.
We'll be seeing you soon. Yes. So that's lovely. Andy can't say many corrections on 10,000. Thank you so much. It's a bowsprit. Yes, it is. The pointy bit.
Sprit, not spirit.
Bowsprit. On the front of the Royal Clipper, it is.
Yeah. And I led on the net on the bowsprit.
Mark, what's the next series going to be after Royal Clipper? The one with you in, Mark. Celebrity Eclipse. So, yes. So that's the next one that's coming.
We got so much footage of you drunk, Mark, on the seat. No. I think there's enough for
Mark
a whole episode.
Mark was very well behaved. Let's have a look. Kath is just saying, going to look at Samsonite and Delsey. Go and join us to look, then we'll probably buy online. Yeah, we've had an old Samsonite, haven't we, that last few years your dad was using it the last few times. Kevin saying, arm wrestle, I'm in. Mandy's asking about Santorini. Have you got any tips for doing the Santorini? A bit scared of UQs due to piriformis syndrome. I don't know what that is.
We haven't really got. We've only been to Santorini once, and the one tip I have is please don't ride the donkeys because that's just mean.
Yeah.
But no, what I will say is
we went on the.
We went at the cable car.
We did.
We went at the cable car, which was good, and it's fabulous views, and it is a bit touristy and it is a bit pricey.
So that's basically a back problem, the piriformis.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah, it depends on how. The problem with Santorini, it depends on how many ships are in. If you're the only ship in and it's a fairly small ship, getting up onto the cable car is quite easy. Your probably best bet, Mandy, is to maybe organise it's like an excursion, perhaps, if you feel that you want everything done for you, don't have to be hanging around for too long. So, Nick's asking for Carole, if you had not worked on a cruise ship, do you think you would have got into cruising? I don't know. And that's a very good question, Nick and Tracy, because I obviously, when I was working as a nurse, my dream was to be a passenger, but then I couldn't afford it for years and years and years. And in the sort of 90s, when I worked for a cruise ship, cruise pricing has come down a hell of a lot now, hasn't it? It's more accessible for people to have that form of travel. So it was never really on my to-do list because it was out of my budget. But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know is the answer to that.
It was just a pure fantasy that you could go cruising in them days, wasn't it?
It was. It really was. Barbara's just saying, if you're loving this live, please hit the like button. Thank you, Barbara. Appreciate that. Mandy's saying they don't do presents either, as we have holidays, etc. instead. Much better than opening tat on Christmas morning. I think sometimes we used to do with some little things. But yeah, but it's nice to get something, I guess. But like I say, we're all ours goes into the holiday pot. Donna and Scott are asking, is that the Aura digital picture frame? No, I don't think it was Aura. It was a Nix Play. Yeah, Nix Play. It is unlimited storage because it's all on your Wi-Fi, isn't it, on an app? Because a lot of these picture frames have like 32 gigabytes or 64 that I was looking at. So yeah, Nick saying back in a mo, someone's at the door. Nick says they do have an ice machine for my gin. It's huge, but did it come with a free? But it did come with a fridge freezer attached.
He's a silly Billy, isn't he?
And in Carole said Twixmas are the days between Christmas and New Year. So let's have a look. Nick's was saying 176 people watching. So you've got far more than we thought, didn't we, Paulie?
Well,
so
I've got a maximum of 180. So I win the bet. So Carole's got to make my supper.
Oh, mate, are you really hungry?
Yes.
Oh, I'm just stuffed.
You just sat there saying you had banoffee pie, you had chocolate, you had this, you had that. What did I have?
You had a big piece of cheesecake. Love my DJ Osmo too. Sean saying, yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go. Garth's asking about an NCL cruise. We haven't done that cruise line yet, but we've got close to booking a couple of times, but never gone through with it, have we?
Close, but no cigar.
So, Kiara, what do you think about cruise lines regarding passengers requiring passengers to use their phones to read menus via QR code? Just reading about angry feedback from Carnival Cruise Lines. That's been going on for a long time, hasn't it?
But I just think it's a bit cheapskatey, lazy. Some people don't want to take their phones out when they go out in the evenings. So I just think how much, if you're a cruise line that can't afford to knock some menus up, then I just think you should give it in.
Yeah.
Give up.
People go on holiday to switch off. So not us, obviously.
It's different when you're blogging because you're taking photos of everything.
But people often leave their phones in the safe like post. So I said it's frustrating. But people have got used to doing that post-COVID. There's been lots of things that have changed, haven't they? And QR codes now are a regular thing if you go in any restaurant. So people are used to doing that, or some people are. But I still see that both options should always be available for all passengers. There should not be one or the other. So I think that, we'll always like the old-fashioned way, but just because of our age. So Life in the Park's here. So let's see Steve and Nicola in. So thank you so much. Amanda's asking, do you ever miss out on your cruise because you're videoing it? We enjoyed our Caribbean cruise, but so much more by being selective with our camera. We've got into a real rhythm now of not doing too much filming when we're out and about enjoying ourselves. We tend to do a lot of talking to the camera while we're in our cabin and just doing things in the moment. But once that's done, often in the evening, we'll keep the camera out to take little snippets. But other than that, I think we've got into quite a groove where we're able to be in that moment and enjoy our cruise, which is so, so important.
I think it's just more about the longer you do it, the more organised you get.
Yeah.
And organisation is the key to not only during your cruise, but when Carole's putting stuff together after, that helps so much as well. So being organised on the day is the gift that keeps giving.
Yeah.
But yes, if you do get to the point where you think, and we've had years ago, I'd be thinking like, if Carole doesn't finish doing something soon, I'm going to murder her because I want to go out. But I'm glad to say that those days are long behind us. So yeah, so can I click on now? Let's go to Nick Palmer. Both on Aurora in March. Thoughts on the ship? Is she nice? We loved Aurora. We thought it was a fabulous ship with so much character. It is the sort of thing that really lights our fire. Fabulous areas on the ship. Just proper old school cruising. So yes, thumbs up on that. Lee Gallagher, Merry Christmas. Joined at the right time. Our next cruise is Hamburg. There you go, look. It's like when you talk about something and you go on Facebook and they're advertising that, that's just what's happened for you, Lee. You thought about Hamburg and we spoke about it.
Yeah. Nick's saying both on Aurora in
just
March.
Done that
Have
one.
You?
Yes.
Did you say we got a vlog series about it?
Yeah, we got a vlog series about that. I told you that, didn't I, Nick? But we have, though, yeah.
It's a great ship.
It's a great ship.
Also, Ken and Lindsay, I think, have cruised on Aurora how many times?
547 times.
So if you want
if they do one more cruise on Aurora, they actually own Aurora. This one.
Yes.
I think it's 548 times. You get to keep the ship. It's like winning the FA Cup 5 times or something.
So go and check that out. Let's have a look. Sean saying, Carole just warming up, so we could be here for hours. No. We'll be here as long as you've got questions. We're happy to answer them. Patty's just saying a new fish slush is pineapple juice, orange juice, lemonade, water, and bottle of vodka or rum, freeze and top with soda. Oh, that's new to us.
Sounds like a good breakfast drink, that one.
And breakfast drink. Mandy's on the Baileys now as the Chardonnay has run out. Oh, do love Baileys. Yeah. Baileys on ice.
Well, if only we had a bottle of Baileys.
We did. We left it at, we took it up to Deb and Steve's because Kate loves Baileys, so we thought she might enjoy that.
I do as well.
Well, they treated us to lots of lovely stuff, so that's the least we could do. Yes, Kevin said about our Alaska. He's putting all our links in there, so thank you so much for that, Kevin, too. So let's have a look. Mandy said that they really enjoyed their Caribbean cruise on Morella Voyager. We were a little bit scared initially, but every port was fabulous. Our favourite cruise so far. Yeah, a great ship too, isn't it, Morella Voyager?
Cool, I like the Voyager.
Yeah, we do. So Kevin said, poor time for a run to Sainsbury's for the Clamato juice.
Can I leave it till tomorrow?
Yes, I think so. Lee said, well, I finished work at 4 o'clock Christmas Day, the joys of the NHS. I did, however, enjoy a few Thatcher's goals. Well, thank you, Lee, for doing what you do. It's very much appreciated. Cake Lady's here, so nice to see you. Ken says, sprouts to have repercussions. Do you remember the lady on Queen Victoria when she headed to the lift? Oh, my God. We do. Poor lady.
I can't fully said what was being said in the lift, but picture the scene. There's me and Carole, and there's Ken and Lindsay, and Ken was being very naughty, and he'd done a couple of trumps.
Yeah.
And then he made a comment about doing a couple of trumps, and this is the polite version. And as he was saying that, this girl, who I'd say was about 17 or 18, was walking towards the lift doors, and then Ken made his trumping comment. And she went like that, and she was right up to the door, and then she just turned around and walked away.
She did.
And it was just
she either heard it or smelled it.
But I was the only person in the lift that saw it, and I just creased up, and they looked at me. They couldn't understand why I was laughing.
Ken is very, very naughty.
He's very
windy.
Yes.
You both are adorable. My daughter, I watch all your videos, and you bring so much joy. Oh, thank you so much, Tish. That's lovely. Manson, have you ever played Frustration? We bought a John Lewis version called Pop and Hop to take on a cruise. It's fabulous, especially with a couple of cocktails. We have played years ago. Isn't Frustration? No, that's Operation.
No, Frustration is where you got the dice inside the thing, and you've got the.
Oh, you pop it.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't played it for a long time.
No, I haven't played it for
I was thinking of Operation when you had to put the little tongs in. And
here goes his funny bone.
Yeah, that's right. Or Buckaroo. We haven't played Buckaroo, have we, for a long time?
I don't think I've ever played Buckaroo.
Have you not?
No.
Right, thanks for all the tips. Oh, Moose Jaw. I said Moose something else, didn't I, Kevin? That's the place in, I said Moose Creek in Saskatchewan, but it's Moose Jaw.
That sounds
yes, it is.
That sounds like a Canadian wine, Moose Creek.
And Moose Jaw.
No, and Moose Jaw doesn't sound like a wine.
Moose Jaw, yeah, Saskatchewan. We are from Vancouver. Oh, lovely.
Do you know Brian Adams, Tish?
Oh, dear God.
You know what?
Look what Kevin's got. He's got a fart ringtone for when the boss calls. That's naughty. And Anne's saying, what have I won? Because providing the answer for travelling from Bristol.
What you've won, Anne, is you'll get a special cuddle when we meet you at the train station on the 4th.
Yes, you will, for our meetup in London. So let's see what else we got. Lee's saying, what's your favourite ever cruise you could done that you could return to and do every year? Ooh.
Forever.
That's a hard one, isn't it?
It is.
Alaska was amazing.
Like I say, have I got to pay for this? Because if I haven't got to pay for it, it'd be Alaska staying in the Neptune suite with the Rocky Mountaineer taking you there.
Yeah.
If I have got to pay for it, it's the 2-dayer from Southampton to Hamburg.
Norway. For me, we love Norway, and we've been, is it 6 times now? So that just shows, actually, that's probably one of our favourite destinations. We also love the Adriatic. So going back to Croatia and Greece, and that itinerary that we did on Amsterdam was spectacular, wasn't it? From Rome through to Malta and up to Greece and Turkey. So check out our vlogs about that too. But so very hard, but good question, Lee. Diana is just saying about Happy Boxing Day. We're in for a 40-degree day. Bushfires rage in Victoria. Oh, sorry to hear that. That's just it's hard, isn't it? Bushfires, really hard. Paulie Panda's in Barry Island too.
He gets
He gets a mention in the next video, actually.
Yeah, he does go about.
I think Anna might take Paulie Panda out more than we do.
Yeah.
Mike said, loved hearing the spiral staircase squeaking when Paul went for a wee. You can't creep away anywhere in this little house. It's just
especially under my huge girth.
So Lee's saying about India. I've been to India. You can get Delhi belly and parts can be very dirty. However, I saw things I never thought I'd see in my life. I would definitely go again. Yeah, totally agree. It's just not been high on our to-do list, has it?
I think if I ever was to do it, it would definitely be as part of a cruise. I don't think I'd want to go there. I think it's get a taster as a cruise and then take it from there.
Yeah.
Personally, myself.
Yeah. Jim and Dwayne saying about DJ Osmo Pocket through or Osmo Action 3. We looked at Pocket because it's far less intrusive, and ships and hotels seem to get more picky about camera in public places. Yeah, I think it's a difficult thing, and I get that because people don't want to be on film, and we're very conscious about when we're doing stuff, try not to get people in it. However, yeah, it is a difficult one. But then if people are walking around with all these huge gear and stuff, isn't it, and looking like they're the BBC, it's not helpful, is it? Diane said about Tottenham not doing well, and you might get the sack.
Oh, Diane, everything was going so well, and you had to bring that up.
Sorry. Mandy said she's just dropped to Friday, so less money, but more money, more time for cruising. So let's have a look. I think Aoife's trying to say, what is your favourite type of cabin to stay in, not cabinets, because we really wouldn't fit in them.
Well, you say that, but Joey Tribbiani fitted in that cabinet he made, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and he got locked in there.
He did, and then they stole all their stuff. But
do you know, ideally we do love a balcony cabin because I love going out on the balcony, but as we're cruising more and we've our savings are going down, we're having to look at doing more inside cabins. And actually, we did an inside cabin on Royal Clipper, which is, I know, is very different. It was very small, but actually it wasn't too troublesome. And going out, so I think I've always been thinking I'm going to miss out on stuff being an inside cabin, but actually I think now we need to be a little bit more frugal, don't we? So we can't be as extravagant as we have been. So we're going to be trying all sorts of different cabins, aren't we? So, but ideally, I would like to be in a balcony. If ideally, the budget,
ideally, the Neptune suite on Königsland is my favourite.
Yeah. So, Frankie Jen saying the Bubbling Squeak sounds amazing. I first heard that term on Dayton Abbey by Mrs. Hughes, the housekeeper.
Now, I've only just did this recently on my last lot of Bubbling Squeak, and then what you do is you get your potatoes and you smash them all up, even if they're roast potatoes, normal potatoes, or you can use mash, and then you put your bits of sprouts and cabbage and carrots and any of the veg you like. You smash it all up with like what would you call that? A potato masher that you make mashed potato with, and it doesn't have to be to the degree of no lumps in it, because lumps is where it is. And then when you get it down to sort of that consistency, I then beat an egg and I put an egg in it and I put the egg through it, and that helps keep it together.
Lots of seasoning.
And then I make little balls, and it's like a smash burger. Do you know, I've never had a smash burger, but it's like a smash burger. So you make a ball, put it in the pan, squash it down, fry it both sides till it's golden brown, and then it's great with sausages, bacon, baked beans, all that sort of stuff. It's banging. Oh yes, I want one now.
Ted G's just saying, I just rewatched your NYC videos, which I loved. Oh, thank you very much. Good, lots of good info. I thought you didn't like cable cars, as was it Vancouver? You were frightened. No, it's Banff. But just recommended Santorini's cable car. Now, I'll tell you a difference.
Cable cars in Santorini
are right on the rock face.
So if you look
at the rock,
at the wall, all you're seeing is the rock face.
Yeah.
But
it's more like a funicular, isn't it?
Yeah, that's easy for you to say.
I know. It's more like a funicular rather than a thing hanging on a wire. Yeah. It does hang on a wire, so it's hard to explain. The one I lost it was in Banff. It wasn't in Vancouver, and I would never go on one of those free swinging cable cars. But this is a more fixed sort of funicular type thing that just goes up and down. I'm not explaining that very well, but when you see
you're on there for about 30 seconds. The one at Banff, we were on there for about 12 minutes.
Yeah, and I was just sat looking. When I was on the Santorini, I just sat looking at the rocks, and I actually wasn't good, was I? No. But I was okay. So yes, but I get you asking the question, Ted, because I just don't like cable cars. Lots of people talking about QR codes. Tina says she never used a QR code, and after scams I've seen regarding, I never used them. Oh right, it's scams, I guess, because you never know, do you? But you'd like to think on a cruise ship that they would be the right QR codes and wouldn't be a scam, but you'd never know. So Ken go cruising is saying 18 times on Aurora, and you're back there. Oh, you got it there. Look. They're back there on March as well. So Aurora is a great ship. I'd happily cruise on Aurora again. So let's have a look. So Laura's just saying about relaxing during a cruise. Yeah, we do try and do that, don't we?
Yeah.
Tishy's saying they don't know Brian Adams, sadly.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Right, so let's see if we've got any more questions. Pat is asking if we've done a chef's table on a cruise. We've done one, which we were invited to, which was absolutely fantastic on Azamara onward, and it was spectacular.
What was fabulous about it, and I do wish we'd have blogged it,
we just ran out of time, didn't we?
The executive chef at the time for Azamara, he's left now, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, because he's whatever he wanted to do.
He's gone on to a different company.
His name's Colin, and he's from Liverpool. And what was great was Carole was sat next to him, and I was sat the opposite side of the table. So every dish that we had, he created. So when they came out, he could explain to you what everything was, because he was the mastermind behind it. And it was a fabulous... The reason that put me off is because it's all wine pairing and stuff like that. But it's a bit different when you get invited to when you have to pay £200 a head or something. So because we were invited, I tried all the different wines, different champagnes, etc., that went with the dishes, and I have to say it was a fabulous experience.
It was. So they are very expensive on cruise ships, but if it's in your budget, we'd definitely try it again, wouldn't we?
But I would say it's more leaning towards if you're a person who enjoys wine.
Yes, because there is the pairing. So let's have a look. Sean's done a chef table, and he really enjoys them. So that's it. Mike said, I think this is a new record live. I think it is. Oh my God, 1:43.
Well, go straight to bed. I've got to be up for. Oh, I haven't got to be up for work.
Got to be up to help me edit a video to get it tomorrow. Tina's just saying, in regards to the cable, because I thought it was very brave of you to show how it affected you. Do you know, it was yes, and it was I think anyone that's suffered with some sort of anxiety attack or panic attack, or you can relate to it. Whereas before it happened to me, I used to see people having a bit of a meltdown and thinking, oh my God, just get a grip. And until you experience it yourself, it's really hard to understand it and to make sense of it. Because I really thought I could get on that cable car and get over my fear of heights. And I sat on there and I could just feel myself hyperventilating. And being a nurse, I know that I'm like, slow you. And I was constantly trying to slow my breathing down, but I just couldn't help it. And by the time I got to the top, it was just like, I was just this mess. And I just felt, you know what, with our vlogs, we always show it how it is. And I just felt that I couldn't not leave that out because I just wanted to show people how it affected.
We did get accused of being, I got accused of being mean for
filming
videoing Carole.
No.
Believe me, everything that goes into our videos, I'd love to say it's a joint decision. It is a joint decision, but it's more joint towards Carole because she does the editing and she's the boss, and I don't mind admitting that. And I would never, ever try and get something into a video that made Carole uncomfortable, and vice versa.
Yeah, exactly that.
I think it was just showing people, and it is, and it's totally irrational. And that's the thing.
It is.
All these fears are totally irrational, but that's how it is.
But I think the after effect of that as well, that people don't realize that people that have these anxiety attacks or panic attacks is the effect it has on you afterwards. After that, I just had to, I said to Paul, I went back to the hotel, I said, I'm absolutely,
I was
wiped out.
It's like you'd run a marathon.
Yeah. And I had to go to bed, and I went to bed for about an hour and a half. You just left me in peace when I went to bed. And actually, and I was fine after that. So I have the total sympathy or empathy, I guess you could say, around the sympathy for someone that goes through that I never had before, because it comes from nowhere, and it's a very bizarre feeling, and one I never want to have again. So let's have a look. Sandra just sent us a $7.99 Australian now. Thank you, Sandra. That's very generous.
We know that $7.99 Australian dollars is only actually 4 pence, but we love you just the same.
We do. So Nick's saying, is Paul drinking from a Strongbow Cirrus glass?
No,
it's a Carling.
It's a Carling glass.
It's a Carling glass.
And at the bottom it says, spot on.
Spot on. That's what my dad used to say to me. Spot on cars. That's what he used to call me. Susie's just saying, I'm not cruise, but I love you guys. Thank you for saying you need to be frugal about it, or so we can relate to you. Yes, you do.
It is.
It's
it does get annoying that people think that you get given everything. Obviously, I think the more successful you are, or the more you annoy PRs, which we never do, by the way.
No.
Lots of other channels out there, they're hounding PRs all the time. Free stuff, free stuff, free stuff. If somebody contacts us, we turn down more free stuff than we accept.
Yeah.
Easily. Probably 80-20. And because we only do it, is would we do this if we had to pay for it? And if the answer is no, we don't do it. We don't just go to the opening of an envelope because it's free. So we work really hard. Carole works harder than I do, without a shadow of a doubt. But I don't think people realize how much hard work a 30-minute video, for every minute of video, you can probably talk about an hour of editing. So a 30-minute video is going to take about 30 hours. I would say, without a doubt, Carole works more hours now than when she was a nurse, but it's on her terms.
Yeah,
she does it when she wants to do. And
the day I stop enjoying it is the day I'll stop.
Sometimes it might be 11 o'clock at night she'll be editing, and sometimes it might be 7 o'clock in the morning. But it's on her terms, and she does it when she wants to, and that's it. And so I think anything we get in return, I think,
Sandra's asked, have you got an Amazon link? We do. We've got an Amazon shop. So just search Paul and Carole Amazon shop, and you'll see all our preferred travel accessories, etc., that we use all the time and that we recommend. Sandra said, I just wanted to give you another currency. One last question, I think, then Max is in, is Cunard, Queen and Posh. We are relaxed clothing people and wondered if we need to be dressed up in smarter clothing during the day. No, very casual, up until 6 p.m.
The Queen Anne is the same as all the Cunard ships. So
it's very, very relaxed. At 6 p.m. is the time when formal stuff comes in. And Ken goes cruising with you all the way with the editing. It takes a long, long time, doesn't it? So, but there we are.
People just see it as like, we take a couple of photos, we do a video, we sit on our bed and say, oh, yeah, you know, we had a pie and chips tonight. Wasn't it great? Here's a picture. And then we just bang it straight on YouTube and people just say, you have some money. It's not like that.
No, if you think you're going to start a YouTube channel and make a lot of money straight away and be invited by all these companies around because you want free stuff, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And I think all the guys in here, Tom and Dom, Ken Goes Cruise, and all the guys that do vlogging, I'm sure that they're all the same mindset as us. And that will say you do it because you have a passion for it. And don't do it if you think it's a quick way to earn money, because it's a lot of work to earn. You know, thankfully, after 7 years of starting everything, we're now in a position where we are earning some money, and we're very thankful for that. But it's taken a long time to get there. So don't expect any easy fixes. No.
So it's not a fast buck, it's a slow buck.
It is a slow buck. And Aoife is just saying, basically, it should always be on your terms. Life is too short. So anyway, I think we're going to leave it there because we can look at swimming 1 hour 50. This is just mad craziness. And we thought there would only be about maybe 20 people here, and it hit what 100?
No, we didn't. I told you.
Well, I did.
You said.
I said if it hits 100 people, then I said I will be over the moon. So thank you so much.
She said if it hits 150 people, I will make you a lovely supper, or I'll get you some KFC delivered.
Oh my God, no wonder your belly's getting bigger and bigger and I'm getting fatter and fatter. No, that's it now. So thank you so much for everyone joining us. Thank you all so much for the generous super chats as well. We will hopefully have a new video out tomorrow. If not, go and watch our Raw Clipper series. I'm going to obviously get up early in the morning and get back onto editing. I'm hoping to have it out. No. But thank you all to all our regular fireworks. So yes, we do appreciate you spending some of your Christmas with us. So
it won't do the heart. Where is that? Oh, you rubbish.
What will that do? Nothing.
What are you clapping for?
I don't know.
What are you doing this? It's not an on-off light. Anyway.
No.
So thanks for watching.
Yes. Oh, more fireworks.
Double fireworks.
Thanks again. Bye for now.
Hey.
What?
See you next year.
Well, is it next year?
I think you'll find it is.
Our next live, let me just check. Yes, of course it is next year. Oh, what a donut. So we should be back on the 2nd of January, just before we head down to the big smoke. To catch up with lots of lovely people. So yes, so we're off now. Thanks again for joining us, and we will speak to you next week. Bye-bye. Bye.